answer the question, but it had already been answered like 4 times by the time you actually got around to turning around and seeing your chat for a second. Okay, so I tried trying to set up the floor drop here. It looks like both of them are to go left and check out the Berkeley mansion. That's what I would do too. Berkeley's fine. It's pretty safe. It's on the way. And like, you don't have much else to do. Else you just go all the way to the blue crystal vendor and hope that he has something for you. At least this way you got 3 checks to hopefully give you like a holy water or a nail or something useful. A heart even though a heart would be, ugh. I don't like going to the heart. I don't like going to Brahms without a whip upgrade, but sometimes it has to happen and it stings. Looks like Kaelari's just a little bit ahead here. But xytoriak has the laurels in his back pocket, which I think could be kind of cool if an interesting situation presents itself. You know, sometimes you could just get like a bat or a harpy or some sort of bird or something, a spider, that just keeps you from climbing from some stairs sometimes, and it just takes forever to figure out how to get by that guy. xytoriak could just pop the laurels and keep moving. xytoriak seeming to prioritize speed here rather than farming. This is kind of different than how I play, but one of us is still in the tournament and one of us isn't, so I don't think I'm necessarily correct here. Clean movement by xytoriak on the screen. Let's watch Kaelari get over these birds. It does take a knockback. No big deal, though. Nice forward boost from the blob on xytoriak's screen. This is I actually kind of like doing commentary when they're doing the same stuff, because I can just kind of go back and forth and compare them, I guess. Which feels like a little bad to do, but also like you're racing, like the comparison is implied. Okay, Kaelari taking a game over there. I don't really know what that means in terms of like hearts and experience, but I'm thinking probably not a lot. Probably no experience, and I don't know, and maybe it costs him like 80 hearts or something. It's no big deal. This mansion is super easy to farm in. There's just a ton of very conveniently scattered enemies that are just very easy to pick up along the way. Never really get into any pressure in this place. The only thing about going to Berkeley first that I don't really like here is you don't really have any way to check the clues, and this place has like 3 clues, I think, that are all pretty, like, I mean, they're a little expensive, but getting clues at the very beginning of the game is just so good. So it kind of feels bad having to go through Berkeley without any of those benefits. I always get paranoid at this jump. It seems like Kaelari does too, yeah. I don't ever fall in there, but I always think, am I about to fall in there? Don't need those laurels. So that kind of sucks for xytoriak, because that's going to erode away some of the advantage that he got from doing the left side first strat. I think he's still fine and maybe even in better position. Goes for the double drop, doesn't get it. Meanwhile, Kaelari is going to be able to pick up a couple of packs of laurels from the vendor here. I imagine that he's going to buy both of them. Just buys 1 pack. I don't know his heart count, though. But also, I feel like you're not going to spend any money on anything for a while. The next thing is the Morningstar vendor, in theory. Oh, God. Laurels from the orb. Jesus Christ, that stings. It's so weird that Kaelari only bought 1 pack of laurels and is going to get paid off on that random decision right here off the orb. Okay, xytoriak walking back to buy the oak steak that he would like a refund on, to be honest. Here's Kaelari getting a 2nd pack of laurels. That's going to be pretty good. So xytoriak here should, if he goes back, where is he? Is he Jova right now? Is he going to go left here? Yeah, it looks like it. He's going to go left. He should just blow through these laurels, which he'll probably do, because he knows that he's getting laurels on the other side. See, Kaelari doesn't know that yet, so Kaelari may hold on to the laurels he has, because you know, it can screw him over if he needs them later. Whereas xytoriak knows it's a free roll, so just blow those. Like I said, xytoriak, blow those. Blow the laurels. Shoot. Alright, never mind. It would be so funny right now if Kaelari uses his laurels. This is an annoying start. Yeah, I tend to agree. That was kind of weird, wasn't it? What happened there? Did the boat bug out on xytoriak? Does he use the laurels? He does! This is so random, y'all. I cannot believe Kaelari uses the laurels here. See, like, he should just use them on the bridge right here, even though it's not risky. I guess you get to skip talking to the vendor, the dialogue, but it's not that expensive, I guess. It's funny, Kaelari's getting knocked back in, like, the same way xytoriak got knocked back through here. Yeah, xytoriak's just gonna skip. Okay, of course, because he didn't use them. Yeah, so he can just walk right by it. And he's gonna go check the Morningstar vendor in Andal right now, which I think has... Wait, did he... They didn't go to Algebra, right? That's kind of surprising. Not that surprising, then. Something's messed up with the boat. Okay, that feels bad. Kaelari topping off the inventory there. Gonna take a lot of damage boosts in Randomizer, but the goal is for them all to be forward boosts. Ooh, the bat getting you there. Everybody knows me knows that I love the bats in the Randomizer because they're hiding in the usually pretty black background, and it's kind of hard to see them sometimes. And I think that's cool. They're sneaky. When you're playing the normal game, you know where they are, so like their whole like advantage, which is being hard to see, doesn't really matter. Okay. Got xytoriak, I get a farm outside of Andal here a little bit. And I tend to like this this strategy because I wasn't paying close attention to xytoriak, so I don't know if he actually went to the vendor yet or not. But I'd like to just go ahead and farm some money before I go up to the vendor, because I don't want to walk all the way up there, get to the vendor, and he's like, "Hey, I've got this thing, but it's like fucking expensive," or excuse me, it's really expensive, and you know, now I have to walk all the way back out, go outside and farm for a while, and then come back and do it all over again. I'd rather just farm outside, especially here where the EXP per like unit hit point is very good. It's like a high level farming zone. Yeah, there he is. xytoriak gets the level here. Okay, we got a ring on xytoriak's screen here. That's pretty good. So xytoriak and Kaelari are on the same screen right now, but Kaelari is leaving and xytoriak's coming in. However, xytoriak has a little bit of an advantage in that he leveled up outside of Andal here. I don't think Kaelari did. So that's going to be pretty good for xytoriak. However, I respect the don't level up here play as well, because like at the end of the day, you gotta get there first, right? So looks like Kaelari's going to farm in town actually. That might be pretty good. Yeah, I think this is more consistent probably. It's a good call. I need to incorporate this into my repertoire. I usually farm outside no matter what it is, because usually the hit points are pretty low, but sometimes the spawn patterns can be kind of awkward. So you have to like really like kind of just like engineer some really like convoluted setup just to like try to make it somewhat efficient, whereas this is always going to be here, and it's always going to be easy. So xytoriak just gonna go check the blue crystal vendor here. Yeah, there's not much else to do. I'm not exactly sure what Kaelari's gonna... Kaelari's probably just gonna do the same thing after he levels up here, because there's not really anything else to do. Do you think that it was the right play? They both did it, but do you think it was the right play to up and A out of Berkeley and go left to Ondal versus just walking out of Berkeley and going right to Algebra? I think I would have walked to Algebra, but I don't know what's correct. Okay, so Kaelari actually didn't have enough money to buy the ring when he was here last time, so that really sucks. It's the exact situation that I was. Looks like Kaelari's going to do the same thing here. It's like the exact situation that I was kind of complaining about earlier. You know, you just get all the way up there, and they can't sell you anything, and you have to walk all the way down. But sometimes it feels bad to farm somewhere and to get to the objective, and it's like, would you like to buy a diamond? And you're like, shoot, definitely not. Okay, Freeland is calling Heart on the blue crystal vendor here. I suppose the only thing that the blue crystal vendor can be is a heart, holy water, nail, or crystal, right? Or garlic. A lot of those just open up more checks, but I suppose in a randomizer that's just the name of the game. Okay, so we have Freeland calling Heart, Billet calling Holy Water, Big Daddy Drums calling Nail, Dating saying Diamond, but Freeland points out that Diamond can't be the item. Dan says I would have gone to Algebra myself. Then gone to Laruba. I mean, honestly, that is something that both of them kind of had in their pocket at that point. They were both full on laurels. That's a very good point. Like, going to the blue crystal there feels real good, because if you wanted to do something crazy and like you know, logic break somewhere, you have the necessary tools. Billy calling that it tends to be holy water when it's the only check in logic. Yeah, that would be it would be weird if there was like a tendency there. Okay, xytoriak's the first to reach Algebra here, and there are 3 checks in this town. The guy at the very first door, you need a holy water to get to, and then there's a guy in this door here that you need a holy water to get to. I think almost every city, like you know, like that's the equivalent door of the vendor that sells you the holy water in vanilla. I think that door has a vendor every time. So that's a good like newbie tip for anybody, you know, looking to pick up the randomizer that doesn't know much about it yet, is always check that door in every town. And every town but Algebra, you can get to it either for free or with the nail. But Algebra, you need the holy water to be able to access it. Okay, I actually missed what the blue crystal vendor gave him. Can somebody update me on that? Garlic. Okay, I did call garlic. I didn't guess garlic, but it was in the set of things that could be called. But yeah, everybody that made a prediction was wrong. Okay, so xytoriak trying to get out of Algebra here. Kind of has some obnoxious enemies. At least, like, taking a death, you can just jump through them now with your iframes and just kind of get out of there. Doesn't get the floor drop. That's okay, though. I always do jump whips here. When I'm trying to reach out my sub-pixel, I'd rather just gamble with a jump whip to just throw it into another track. See, I'm worried xytoriak right now could be stuck on... Oh, there he gets it. Okay, good. I was worried that he was kind of stuck on like a more limited subset of sub-pixels there. Alright, Kaelari getting the garlic from the blue crystal vendor there. Probably not the item he was hoping to see. He knew that he could have gotten it there, but probably not super interested in it. It turns out to be very good that both of them have gone back to get the oak stake before going to algebra, because you get the blue crystal and Rover is one of the only... There's 2 out of the 3 checks remaining in logic right now. So it's nice to have the oak stake here rather than having to go back and then backtrack to Rover. Alright, Kaelari gets his blue crystal and is going to just immediately head out of town. And like Freeland pointed out in chat, if Kaelari gets a first-time floor drop here, that will really, that'll narrow the gap a little bit. But the oak stake vendor in Rover has an oak stake for sale. Right here, I would just use laurels, to be honest, because this is a really painful enemy set. Looks like Kaelari is out of it, though. He's doing fine. Uh-oh. xytoriak between 2 graveyard enemies, they just dish out so much damage, especially early game, before you have too many levels. I can't tell if Kaelari's game is paused or if his stream lagged out. Okay, looks like we're getting a little bit back here. Okay, it looks like it was lag, but we are caught up. They have the same time right now. Okay, so it looks good. That was a weird fireball. Where did that fireball even come from? Okay, unfortunately, Kaelari just walking, so is gonna not really picking up much time here. Just farming a little bit along the way. Okay, nice. Just making it across very cleanly. What do we have in the orb here? And Rover, Magic Cross. So the progression item is at the Graveyard Duck. It's like, bro, can you give me a little bit of a break here on the seed? Are you really gonna make me? You just gonna like? Are you gonna wait until I'm like at the point of starvation before you feed me anything else? Like, is that the style? Is that the mood of this seed here? It certainly feels like it. How frustrating. xytoriak gonna go pray for a little bit, try to recover some hit points here. I think maybe the reason why I like seeds like this more than others is because the, I don't know, it's like the thing that I'm getting, the thing that I'm checking is like very relevant, right? If I'm just getting stuff left and right, and I'm having to, like, I have a backlog of checks to check just because I have access to so much, like with the holy water, you know, the heart, you know, red crystal, these items that just open up tons and tons of checks. You know, sometimes those runs really feel like I'm just kind of going through the motions, and here I'm actually trying to, like, plot out, you know, some contingencies. Ooh, xytoriak taking a hit back. Still refusing to use laurels here, even though he's got a supply on the other side of the river. Kaelari dying at the top of the stairs there, which sucks. Okay, there we go. Makes it through. Oh, maybe xytoriak was out of laurels earlier. Doesn't want to be bothered with killing the zombie. Meanwhile, Kaelari making his way up Rover. Ooh, okay. Thought he fell there for a second. He kind of did fall, but it seemed calculated. Okay, so xytoriak gonna be the first one here to the Graveyard Duck. Let's see what he's got for us. Any predictions for the Graveyard Duck, y'all? I'm gonna guess heart, because that feels like the most brutal. I rolled it. I'm proud of it. I put oohs at the beginning and the end of the string, so you knew it was gonna be spicy. Big Daddy Drum's got red crystal on this one. Show me a heart. Nice. Yes. Oh, gonna go for the Laruba here. Okay, spicy play. I don't hate it. Let's see what he's got. Show me what you're thinking about. Show me the plan. Just gonna damage through all the things, right? Does he have money? He's got 118. I don't know how many lives he has, but we're about to find out. 2 lives. Okay, so he's in good shape here, I think. Ooh! He just threw the low! Oh, God. Oh, my God. That sucks. I would never equip a laurel if I could help it. I mean, not a laurel, an oak stake. An oak stake. Never equip the oak stake. It's too precious. Alright, so... hard it is. Let's go. Meanwhile, Kaelari's a couple of screens away from his own Graveyard Duck here. And we'll get to see what he does. He could go for Laruba. I'm not guessing that he will, but he might. Okay, so we have a couple things coming up. Kaelari's going to see the heart here, so we get to see whether or not he goes to Laruba or not. He does not. Immediately up an A's, and he's going to go to Brahms. He's going to go Prey, I think, before he leaves. Ooh, taking that hit from the Harpy there is rough. I like to use Medusas for boosts. Yeah, there it is. Nice. Sacred Flame. I love the Sacred Flame, even though I lost my race to xytoriak the other night. I hope that I at least contributed a little bit to the Sacred Flame's reputation, because like it gets a lot of hate, but it's not that bad. In fact, if I'm xytoriak, I am thrilled to see the Sacred Flame, because at least the Sacred Flame can crit and kill death. So having to fight death with just a Leather Whip is so bad. It's so bad. So just being able to take that out of the equation is so good. Even if it means just standing there throwing a bunch of Sacred Flames for a couple minutes. I don't think the Sacred Flame does any damage on its normal tick to death, but it has the chance to crit just like the Holy Water does and the dagger. I like these little blocks that Kaelari is jumping on right now. There's like, actually, you don't really realize it until you play it a little bit, but there's actually a little bit of design there and how the screen loads versus what it becomes. Because I think Castlevania kind of has this reputation, rightfully deserved, for being the type of game where if you are very efficient as you go through the screen, then things typically work in your favor. But if you let yourself get set back in any way, things just start going off the rails. So I feel like those blocks are a good example of that, because you can just keep walking. You don't, as long as you don't stop and you jump at just normal times to jump, then you're gonna make it across no problem. But if you get held up doing something, or if you pause for a moment between jumps, the blocks start being really wonky because you inherit the momentum of the block's direction. Oh, that bird knocking him back, that was so annoying for Kaelari. You inherit the direction the block's going. So if it's on the way up, then you get a bigger jump off of the block versus if it's on its way down. Billy pointing out that the Sacred Flame also allows you to equip something that isn't a consumable. That's true. As xytoriak has had to pay the price for. However, xytoriak is still ahead, you know, so like that was a pretty devastating. Oh, I didn't actually know that's the setup that xytoriak just did to get the 4-drop there. That's very nice. Good jump whip there to cancel the bone as well. That was pretty cracked. Ooh, okay, that spider actually saved him. Okay, now he just fell off. Okay, so he's gonna go all the way back up right now. Why just leather whip? Because we haven't found a whip upgrade yet in the seed. The seed has only kind of, it's given them like a lot of laurels and garlic and some a little bit of progression items, and then that's it. So no whip upgrades yet, no useful sub weapons for the most part, except for the Sacred Flame. And there it is. There's the Holy Water. Here's the Holy Water from the vendor in Brahms. That's a great pickup. Kaelari and xytoriak not too far apart, actually. Just a couple of screens away. Okay, so xytoriak, so, you know, the Sacred Flame, you know, I would say I would have been happy to see the Sacred Flame, but it is completely useless now because the Holy Water is easier to crit with and actually does damage, which the Sacred Flame does not do at this point. First shot was with a crit from xytoriak there. Of course, it's an oak stake, which is hilarious considering xytoriak's history with this seed. Okay, there's the first whip upgrade, so not too bad. So xytoriak's going to be able to pick up another, oak stake here for free. Not for free, but not for that much either. And he'll just up an A here, and now he's got the Holy Water, so I don't know where I would go necessarily, but I can see an argument for going to Alba, because if you get the red crystal, then maybe you just keep going and hope that you take the right chance. Having some network problems with Kaelari here again. It sucks because this was the beginning of a... Oh, there's the trick. Okay, so Or there's the result. So Kaelari did not get the Stride of Pride. Ended up getting the Walk of Shame here. Switching to the Holy Water. Gonna try to critical hit Death here. Not getting it first try, but not taking too long either. Maybe 6 or 7 seconds. Not too bad. And then also annoyed that the result is an Oak Stake. Probably, unless you're just looking to up an A right after the orb, which is fair, probably better to always go to the orb before going to death. But it's also easier to kill him on the way in too. And I guess with the Holy Water, you are planning on killing him, you know, very quickly. Ooh, takes a scythe to the belly and dies. Decides it is not worth it. I'll just buy an Oak Stake when I up an A back to town, which is totally fair. I think the Oak Stake vendor is even the vendor that's just walking out on the sidewalk, so you don't even have to, like, walk very far to get to him. Or any, like, virtually any at all. Okay, so xytoriak gonna check Veros here. I think that's a good play. You know, there's kind of just a convenient loop here that you can make and just pick up a lot of stuff right away. Okay, there's the red crystal in Veros, so that's pretty strong. So going right was definitely the play. Okay, xytoriak gonna farm a little bit here in Veros. Veros is one of the best places to farm in vanilla. It's kind of annoying in the randomizer because those townspeople are out walking around at night, which is like a no-no, usually. So they cause a lot of lag, but most annoyingly, they'll like get in your way as you're trying to kill these zombies, and pressing the attack button will open a dialogue with them, which is just super frustrating when you're trying to farm and not take any hits or anything. xytoriak heading into the Chain Whip Bender here. This is going to be pretty good. Probably going to go for the double drop here, but there's also a... Oh, just goes for the one drop, because he wants to check the clue book here. Oak Stake for selling Roberdor. He knows that. And there's another Oak Stake. The point where this could get a little annoying is if all the Oak Stake vendors are in Jova, or behind it, or at death, and you have to go to across the tornado, and you have to clear Bodley and Laruba. That could get kind of frustrating. But maybe he'll get a clip, or maybe he'll get a clue or something here that kind of gives him some hints as to what certain things are. So maybe he doesn't have to do too much. Kaelari is still pretty close behind. You know, walking through Veros right now. You know, hot on his heels. Okay, we have a check right under here. You can actually set up a floor drop right here, which is pretty good, but I have generally kind of bad luck with it. The enemies on the screen have a high potential to be quite annoying, because, you know, there's a lot of enemies that will just, like, come down on you, you know? Sometimes the blobs will get in through the, like, little cracks in the floor, sometimes there's Medusa heads or eyeballs. It just gets all up in your business. It knows all about the laurels. Yeah, we have Magic Cross actually, so all we need is Nail. It's kind of funny that this has been a really painful and in a lot of ways slow seed, but we've also picked up a lot of go items along the way, so you know, we're really close actually, especially for how slow it is. I mean, with laurels, it's totally fine to have to to have to go across the tornado with a crappy whip. There's the nail right there. We're in go mode. He's double checking his inventory and he's gonna up an A and get the heck out of there. Wow. Wow. What a seed. What a roller coaster. Like, it feels like very slow. Like, I'm settled in, right? I'm like chilling. I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be like a 75-minute seed. Let's go, you know, like. And the next thing you know, it's just like, oh, by the way, I have all the required items. I don't have a great whip or anything, but yeah. Now xytoriak's gonna use the laurels, just gonna coast through. I think my cat is meowing at me. Bro, I'm doing commentary right now. Castlevania 2 tournament. Chill. Oh man, this boat is brutal. Yeah, getting out front. This boat has been like the MVP on... This is like Dracula's like... That's what you expect. Honestly, that's what you expect in these Castlevania games from like the fairy guy. It's like, why would you actually be helping me? Why aren't you trying... Are you trying to like sabotage my mission here? You would expect that. And in this seed, he is. The ferryman is vicious. And it's like I feel like the entire seed, the gap hasn't been very big. I feel like Kaelari's just been kind of like right there the entire time. But now that we're in go mode so early, it seems like the gap in time between them suddenly feels enormous. So is Kaelari in go mode? He should be, right? He's done everything xytoriak's done. Like, they've been on virtually the exact same route the entire time. They've stopped and done different stuff at different places, but every up and A has been the same, every left or right has been the same. Yeah, I'm curious why Kaelari would go through the effort of checking another vendor in this spot. You just go, right? You have the holy water. Unless you're feeling real bad about your chances with Thorn Whip Holy Water, you know. And in which case, if that was your play, like, okay, yeah, I'd like to go right now, but I feel like I need a little help. The dagger was the best thing he could have gotten. The dagger is the fastest and one of the easiest kills on Dracula. I feel like I can hear somebody... I can hear somebody's, like, game. I wonder if one of these guys is, I feel like xytoriak has a hot mic. I think xytoriak has a hot mic, but I'm not certain. Okay, we have some more lag on Kaelari's screen, which is unfortunate. Kaelari's still checking vendors, actually. I wonder if Kaelari actually feels very comfortable. Like, Kaelari doesn't know that they've done the exact same thing the entire time. So Kaelari could actually be in a spot where he feels like he's pretty ahead. I mean, he's in go mode at 40 minutes, right? Like, you feel pretty good. But I think you have to think more critically about, like, not like more critically than Kaelari, but like, you know, if you feel good at this spot, you also have to consider, what did the path look like to get me to this spot? Did I actually have to make any interesting decisions or risks to get here? Or was it almost kind of scripted? And I don't know if I would have done exactly what these guys did, but they both did the exact same thing. So that kind of tells me that the solution for this seed was pretty evident to the players by what the seed was dropping for them. They actually took the same, they're not risks, but like, they both went to the same dungeons and got nothing too, you know? Okay, xytoriak whipping these birds one time. That's how you avoid taking damage from those guys. Yeah, same. I always play harder when I'm in go mode. I'm like, oh crap, okay, it's mine to lose now. I have to try to close this out. I'm getting the weirdest feedback. I don't know where that's coming from. Oh, nice, okay. I was able to sort it out, I think. Okay, so xytoriak gonna close out the seed here. Kaelari, you know, Kaelari is playing the way Kaelari feels like he should play. But unfortunately, xytoriak would have to die like several times in a row here, I think, to give this one away. xytoriak now lagging. Interesting. Kaelari just gonna farm here for a level up. I think perhaps part of the strategy is, like, if I can't get very good, like, you know, like firepower in these checks, then I can at least try to toughen myself up a little bit. So gonna try to farm up to level 3 here. I don't think it's a bad idea. Okay, xytoriak summoning there. Is that the right pixel for a Holy Water kill? I don't think that it is, but it may be. Let's see. He should. I think he knows, though. xytoriak does take a death here. Okay, so you're telling me there's a chance. Alright, gotta die once or twice more. And then Kaelari gonna have to just head to Castlevania. Oh, triple drop there. Triple drop's pretty good. The quad drop just saves an enormous amount of time. Does he go for the backup triple? He does not. Shoot. Okay. Okay, we need xytoriak to die again. I'm invoking Commentator's Curse. Behold my voodoo. Nothing against xytoriak, but I just want it to be closer. That seems like the wrong pixel again. Am I wrong? Ugh, it lagged! No way. No way it comes back and he's dead. I gotta see it. Ugh, come on, show xytoriak screen. This lag is killing me. No! Okay, GG xytoriak. Just kidding, I was pulling for you the whole time. We were robbed, chat. We were robbed. They have to play again. Let's go. There's no proof. There's no proof. Reroll. Good game, xytoriak. It looks like Kaelari is going to forfeit here, but let's double check. Okay, they're just chatting now. So xytoriak going to move ahead to the semifinals. xytoriak's going to play the loser of Freeland and Billick. I think they're playing tomorrow night. Let me see if I can see what channel they'll be on. Bear with me for just a second. Okay, we don't have a channel assigned yet, but just kind of check the speed gaming set of channels. Tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, Freeland 1787 versus Billick. And the loser of that race is going to drop down to the semifinals and play against xytoriak. And then the winner of that race in xytoriak will move on to the finals to play the winner of Freeland and Billick tomorrow night. And whoever wins tomorrow night's race has to lose twice before they beat the other one even once. So they're going to be in a good position. Okay, cool. I don't know if do they do interviews over here? If they do interviews, I would definitely chat with people, but I don't know if that's really the thing. I don't know if I've done commentary over here before or not. 25 water kill for xytoriak. So xytoriak died 16 times. Only 1,200 hearts, but that was a short seed. Not a lot of farming happening there. I think Kaelari was still level 2, maybe. Maybe he got to level 3 towards the end, but... yeah. I saw... something else to keep in mind is I saw maybe some chatting in the SGL Discord about showing off the new patch for Castlevania 2 Randomizer that Kaelari developed. It's a town and dungeon, or town and mansion randomizer. So for any tile in the world where either a town or a mansion could be, it is potentially another town or mansion. So Algebra could turn into Laruba, for example. I've played maybe 4 Cs of it, maybe 5, 3, 4, 5, somewhere in there, and I've had a lot of fun with it. I think it may be my favorite way to play the randomizer right now. Of course, it's fresh. That's a big part of it. But one of the cool things is you still always start in Jova, but Jova may not be where you expect it to be. So the stuff outside of the very first town could be kind of brutal. I was chatting with Kaelari about it. He's like, yeah, this is not intended to be necessarily a beginner's first choice for a set of flags, but it's fun. It's really fun. Okay, they're talking about the boat stuff in the chat. Of course they are. Okay, so I think we might just be done here. I haven't seen anything else, but I also don't know if I have any commentator controls for this race. So I'm going to leave it up to a mod, I suppose, to figure out if they're going to raid somebody or if I should just sign off right now. Just shoot me a message. I'm not exactly sure what I should do. But otherwise, just kind of hanging out, having a good time. Got to watch some awesome Castlevania 2 Randomizer tonight. Like, it was so weird. The seed felt very mean at first, and it's like, I didn't give you what you wanted, but I gave you what you needed, And it was just like crazy fast. Like xytoriak died to Dracula, which feels like a huge time loss. And 48-minute time. That's really good. It's really good. I'm gonna spam the I'll spam the URL for the Castlevania 2 randomizer in chat here, if that's okay. I guess we'll see. Okay, got it. Okay, there's this. Does that get filtered? No. Okay, good. So if you want to play Castlevania 2 randomizer, all you need is that link and a copy of the Castlevania 2 ROM. You plug the ROM into the website, and then it'll output some seed for you. So it's really easy. You just slap that seed. You just open that seed up in your emulator, or slap that seed on your flash drive for your EverDrive, and or Power Pack or whatever you use to play with, and just get right in there. It's pretty fun. I really like it. The website has a bunch of weird stuff on it too. Like you can change what sprite you are. So if you want to play as Karnov, for example, you could play as Karnov. You could play as Pit from Kid Icarus. That's an option. A lot of different people have just kind of thrown together random sprites and stuff. So there's a lot of different sprites and stuff you can play with, which is kind of fun. You can play as Ryu from Ninja Gaiden, for example. And there's a lot of different flags and everything to either make the game, there's some like quality of life stuff. Like do you want double hearts, for example, like so you just don't have to farm ever. That's a really popular one because like sometimes I'm trying to, it's like the magic thing. I'm just trying to open packs here. I don't really care about just like how clean can my zombie farm in Veros can be. I'm just trying to open packs here. So like let me get them more checks. So sometimes, if I'm just playing by myself, I'll roll a double heart seed just because I'm not trying to mess around too much with it.
That's why I must also wield a spear.
Through me, justice is served.
If we're unhappy, we should speak up and let our voices be heard. All eyes on me.
Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal.
I think what was that an ad for somebody? Hey xytoriak, thank you for the raid. GG xytoriak. When you listen to the VOD back, I was rooting for you to die again so that we could make it closer, but it wasn't personal. I just wanted the race to be a little bit closer. It was crazy though. Kaelari was kind of on your heels the entire time, but that was before we saw before we saw the siege just kind of say, oh, by the way, you're in go mode now. Hey, I know you're looking for whip upgrades. Hey, I know you're looking for the next progression item, but did you also realize that you have everything you need and you just go to the end of the game? That's what I feel like the siege suddenly did. Yeah, it kind of did, xytoriak. That's true. That is true. Okay, I've got a... in the commentary invite. Okay. Sorry, let me check the commentary invite. Okay, I do have the commentator's controls. Okay, good. Okay, so xytoriak is done. And then done. And okay, sorry. Yeah, commentator's controls in the DM. Thank you so much, Bill. That's really helpful. Okay, so I think we are good to go here. Again, encourage you to tune in tomorrow night, same bat time. I don't know if it's the same bat place or not because there's like half a dozen that I know about speed gaming channels, so they could be in any of those places. So follow all of them, and then you'll know when the race starts. But it's going to be 8 p.m. tomorrow night, Eastern time. So yeah, be sure to check that out, and then. Nice. Okay, we have Kaelari and xytoriak in the chat. Okay, what's up, guys?
GG's, Kaelari.
Yeah, GG's. That seed was extremely anti-me.
What do you mean by that?
I can't do the quick kills. I have not practiced them sufficiently, and I can't do them with any reliability. So being in go mode while I still have Thorn Whip is just, I lose.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I remember like way back in like Alpha, B-Sack and I raced the seed together, and it was a very similar seed. It just handed us everything. Like we were in Castlevania at like 30 minutes, but we both only had holy water and the basic whip. And I think we each died a few times, but he got there before I did. I was really bad at the holy water quick kill at the time. What about the dagger quick kill though? Because you got the dagger in Algebra, right?
I'm better with the dagger than I am with holy water, but I'm still not very good.
Yeah, that's rough.
If I didn't find a whip on the way, I was just gonna go and try it. But then I found a whip, but I didn't have the hearts, so then I was grinding, and it was just awful for me.
I feel that.
So the second vendor that didn't have the nailed algebra was a whip upgrade, or no, that was the dagger.
It was the dagger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was a whip in Ondel.
I had a feeling after I died to Drac the first time, I was like, man, maybe I should have checked that second check just to see if there was the dagger or another whip upgrade. So it's like, how many times am I going to die because I mess up the holy water kill?
The holy water kill is so brutal. Like for like the folks that maybe in chat that don't know exactly, like you need for the holy water to land the frame the other holy water finishes. So if you're a frame late on that, then Dracula breaks out and starts just smacking you in the face. So it's just like so brutally stressful trying to go for the holy water quick kill.
Luckily, I was like halfway warmed up with it just because I've been in the any percent grind. But yeah, obviously, I haven't practiced that in a while.
That oak steak and Laruba, everybody was like, "Holy smokes!"
Okay, I know that I'm prone to do that, and we've already called it pulling a xytoriak. But I swear to God, I never took it off the garlic. Like I thought it was still on laurels, but then I remembered I dropped the garlic for the duck, but I don't remember re-equipping the oak steak anywhere.
You did re-equip the oak steak. I remember even thinking like, "Oh, that's interesting," and then you did it right before you did the boost over the wall from the eyeball, I think.
Oh.
We don't like equipping the oak steak. It's bad news. It's just stress down. Sometimes you just get a seed right away, and maybe like sometimes I'll accidentally equip it because I'm like trying to equip the top thing and I press down or up once for some reason.
Yeah, that's the only thing you can equip.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh god, like this is so brutal.
Yeah.
Nice. So xytoriak, you're gonna move on and play the winner of Billick and Freeland tomorrow. What are you gonna be looking for when you watch that race tomorrow night?
I mean, both of them. I mean, because Billick was the one to put me in the loser bracket, and then we all know that like me and Freeland already kind of have this rivalry going on. I feel like both of them. It's just kind of like you could study the film all day long, but it's really kind of like I said last night. It's almost like you have to throw a Hail Mary, try to like, either do like a gamble on like going into Rover or like fading a mansion and hoping that something's not there, and that your opponent, that Billick or Freeland, does the opposite and it pays off in your favor.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Kaelari, do you want to talk about the town randomizer a little bit? I was saying that we might try to put some sort of exhibition together pretty soon for that.
Yeah. Basically, wherever there was a town or a mansion, there may be a different town or mansion. And it's a lot of fun. It gives you more things to think about because you don't know what's where. You have to go and explore. And I like that exploration part of the game. And I'm hoping we can get an exhibition match going so people can see it in action.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
I like the idea of the town randomizer too over the door randomizer. Like the door randomizer is fun if you want like a super challenge and for it to take a little longer, but there's so many open doors you don't think about that I think the town randomizer is like giving it that little extra dose of randomization without like being too like beginner unfriendly.
Why not both?
Oh, yeah. Maybe that should be like the final of the final race of like the Simon Claus tournament is door and town randomizer together.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Nice. Well,
They
thank you
are
so much.
designed to work together. Sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, you're totally good. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to keep playing that. It's like I think I was telling Chad earlier. It's like I think it's just kind of the way I want to play the game now. I enjoy it. But thank you guys for that incredible race. That was a lot of fun to watch. It was just like it was very like methodical in nature. You know what I mean? Like you guys actually did virtually the same thing the entire time, which was kind of interesting because as an observer, we weren't looking, or I wasn't looking at things so much from a strategic point of view. I was paying more attention to the mechanics going through the game because they meant a lot more since y'all were basically doing the same thing the entire time. So it was a lot of fun to watch in that way because it was so different compared to the way the other seeds have been.
Instead of like it being like tracking their routing choices. It was more of like, how well are they going to be executing?
Mm-hmm. Like knockbacks are like, I remember there was a spicy mob set outside of Algebra that kept like knocking each of you outside of the town or making it really hard to get through the screen. And you know, like how many times you get held up on those guys matters because you're both doing the same thing and you're both basically on each other's heels the entire time, you know. So the micro game matters a lot more in a seed like this, or at least with the way that you guys played it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, with those early game checks, it kind of did funnel us into. I could see how that definitely funneled us into the same route.
Yeah, the beginning was pretty linear. Up to Holy Water, and then there were places to go.
Yeah.
I remember I made the move right after Berkeley to go get another oak steak at Jova before going over, and then finding out that Rover had a oak steak anyway. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Berkeley, and then I warped back and went left, found nothing, then came back, and there was like nothing on the left for me.
Yeah, I think I warped back after Berkeley, went left, but then I went all the way to Ondol, and that's when I picked up the ring, and then I went to Algebra.
Yeah. Ring doesn't do much.
No.
You need it, but it doesn't do much. So it sounds like we did take the same route there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a little bit of slight variation in like the order that things were done, but for the most part, it was the same. All the big decisions: do I go left here or do I go right here? They were all the same, you know. And like you, even the same, even like up and A after Berkeley to get another oak steak before getting into too much more trouble. It was the same, you know. And like it's kind of a bummer that the Rover vendor had an oak steak. Like, yeah, that definitely sucks, but you're not gonna go into Rover without an oak steak when you have an oak steak available in Jova anyway. So it was inevitable to get kind of screwed over by that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're probably not going into Rover unless that vendor is your last check.
It's a big risk.
Also, I know I mentioned this to Kaelari in the race room, but like, if we can turn that boatman into an NPC that I can whip down, I would love it after this seed, because I don't know what was going on with that boat.
I had no issues. Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, xytoriak died several times to the boat.
Yeah, I'd talk to him, he'd do his spiel, and then he'd go, and I'd be sitting there floating in midair, and I'd just jump into the water, you know, die, reload, come back, and then he would let me on the boat.
Yeah, it was weird. Can't explain it.
Yeah.
There's a couple bugs with the boatman that haven't been tracked down. That is one of them. It's also possible for the boat to just fly off as soon as you get on the screen. Like, it flies up into the sky. That's happened to me in a race before. It was not fun.
That's amazing. Is it weird that I love that?
Love to see it. I gotta find a clip of that.
All right, guys. Well, thank you again for the awesome race. xytoriak, good luck in the semis versus the winner of Freeland and Billick tomorrow. Plugging it for the 17th time this hour. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern time, for Freeland versus Billick for the winner's bracket semifinal match.
Yep. Except I'll be playing the loser, not the winner.
Right, yeah, sorry about that. Or both.
Possibly both, yeah.
Possibly both. All right, xytoriak, Kaelari, any last words?
GG's to Kaelari, and we need to find someone that can roll seeds that aren't as hard.
This seed wasn't hard, it was just annoying.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it was Uwu's.
Everyone should check out Town Rando, because Town Rando is awesome. And that's all I have to say.
All right, sounds good. All right, cool. I guess I'm going to press the button now that turns off the episode. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Goodbye.
Bye.